Hi, everyone. Harry here, still with a cold. Sorry about that. To talk about the firings of the inspectors general. Remember that? Trump summarily removed some 16, I think. The clear statutory command from Congress is you got to give 30 days notice and you got to give a reason. And there was a high stakes now showdown of some of them who have sued this morning. They are represented by Seth Waxman, who is a really tippy top of the line litigator, and they were seeking reinstatements to their jobs. And he had a very sympathetic judge who, very much understood that this is terrible, who even said, let me get the exact words, said it violated decency that they did it. And by the way, it's a two-part requirement. You need some cause also. They didn't attempt to supply that. Their argument in advance was we don't have to because that requirement is itself unconstitutional because that Congress passed, because Article 2, this is the same kind of argument they're making in other settings. Article 2 says the president can't be fettered in his ability to fire inspectors general or other things. And there was an argument about how that fits in the current case law, which may be in the process of changing, actually, but how it fits because inspectors general, Waxman was saying, look, they just issue advice. They don't answer directly to the president. And therefore, under the guidance from the Supreme Court, this regulation about them should be fine, and there's no problem with Article 2. The administration was saying, oh my, they exercise such power, etc., and you can't do this to the president. It's all secondary because what the judge did, Judge Anna Reyes, a new Washington, D.C. judge, was kind of bow to reality, making it clear she didn't want to. She said, I can't reinstate these folks, so there's just no reason to do it because the law basically says you give them 30 days notice. You put them back in, they'll just give them the 30 days notice, and it really sort of serves no purpose. They can still, of course, sue for back pay. They can sue for a declaration that the firing was illegal, but they would just, said Reyes, bring them back in and, wallpaper it up or spackle and give the 30-day advance warning. And then what happens? Seth Waxman was in there saying, no, Your Honor, you got to really give a very, very strong remedy, give a strong message. If it's just pay back their back pay, then they're getting away with it. And there are other cases out there, et cetera. And again, very sympathetic, violated decency, et cetera. Maybe even violated the law. She actually turned to she didn't exactly say it didn't, but she clearly didn't say it did. She turned to the IGs and said, thank you for standing up and saying this was unacceptable, which she clearly thinks it was. Thank you for the job you did for the government. Thank you for giving up far more lucrative jobs in the private sector. Thank you for missing your kids' soccer games, etc. Of course, that's what they get, a thank you for a federal district court judge, whereas they get fired unlawfully, not in accord with congressional command. And this is the broader point here. This is a very good illustration of this broader point, which is once Trump and Musk and Doge lower the boom. This is really true of the law firms as well. A few of the law firms are pushing back and suing, but they're still in a terrible position because prospective clients still know, even if the administration is rebuked, that they're not the popular law firms, the law firms people like out there at the White House. Different application here, but same idea. They did it. They screwed them. They got rid of them right away. Trump got to, which he loves to do. And yeah, maybe he broke the law. They don't care. The administration doesn't care. And the sad fact is there's no real way to unscramble the eggs. So the IG, she has not issued an order yet, but it's likely she will deny the proposed injunction saying these people get their jobs back. Maybe she'll write a hard-hitting opinion saying about how illegal this was, or certainly how indecent it was. But, the general principle here, and we're starting to see it across a series of different kinds of settings, is easy to mess things up, hard to repair them, hard to unscramble the eggs, as the saying goes. And for just this reason, the IGs, from the moment they were fired, and I thought about it then, I talked to some of them then, and you could sort of see that, like, oh man, A, you got screwed, and B, he will have made your lives miserable even if you prevail on your basic remedy and show the world that what they did was unlawful. There's some satisfaction in that, but what they really want and what they deserve, because the firing was unlawful and they're doing their jobs right, and Congress has said, unless it's struck down as unconstitutional, when you do this, when you do your job right, you get to keep it. And Biden fired one IG, went through the process, 30-day advance notice, and very good reasoning. But not these guys. They just came in out and violated the law, and beat their breasts and expanded their power and said, try to stop us, in essence. And guess what? Even if you do, you win, you lose, you lose, you lose. Because even if you're right on the law, you're really not going to be able to bring it back to where you want it to be. And that is a sad fact, and one of the more infuriating aspects of these 2 months, that a lot of the stuff he's done will stand on as a matter of practice, as a matter of the real facts on the ground, even if it's reversed, even after he leaves, if as hopefully he will at the soonest possible date. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.